everyone, welcome to Curious Life. For today's video I thought I would just bring you along for a really lovely, relaxing, peaceful day as I just potter around the house and get things done. But while I do that, I also want to talk a little bit about low mood and like fatigue episodes, that sort of thing, because I think most of us have those times when we're either feeling a little low, just tired, or if we have any other challenges that are just flaring up. And it has been a little bit of a low mood, low motivation time for me recently. So I just want to talk a little bit about that and how I cope during those times. So today I do have a few things I need to do, but mostly it's just let's potter around the house and get things done in a very slow, peaceful and relaxing way. And as you will have already seen, I have already done most of the morning routine. Today's a day when Blaze is at home, but she wasn't feeling great this morning, so I took the dog for a walk without her. And then when we came back, we just had coffee and breakfast and got on with the rest of the chores. And now I am ready to get on with the rest of my day. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Issa and I make intentional living and homemaking videos with my wife Blaze. And we just look after our home and ourselves while talking about things that are important when it comes to looking after yourself and your home. Anyway, let's get on with the day, and I think the first thing I need to do is a little bit of a house tidy. So this isn't too much of a big cleaning day today. I haven't really shown what my daily maintenance clean looks like before on video, so this is actually a pretty good example of what that might look like. It tends to be a little bit of a tidy up of the main clutter areas, which is usually our table in the living room and the kitchen. But if there are any other areas bothering me, I will include those too. I also decided to wash all of the dog bedding today because that's something that really needs doing regularly to keep the doggy smells at bay. Then other than that, it is just a matter of loading the dishwasher and giving the floor a sweep, which you can tell from the video is really needed doing. Both Cora and Millie are shedding their fur like crazy in all of this warm weather. thing that I decided would be a good thing to do today is to give Alan's home a clean. Alan is our pet moss ball, which is something that is really cool as plants go. It's a type of algae that grows into a spherical shape. Blaise named him Alan, and the name just kind of stuck ever since. But while I do that and then go and heat up some leftovers for lunch, I do want to talk a little bit about low mood and how that can really affect your day-to-day routines and how difficult it can be to look after your home, family and yourself when you're feeling this way. I've been thinking about this recently because I have been experiencing a period of low mood. These happen from time to time and is something that I became much more aware of and sensitive to after my nervous breakdown. I learnt the hard way that ignoring depression doesn't make it go away. It can actually make it worse. So now I do try and pay attention when my brain is telling me to slow down a bit. Which is why I've been attempting more slow and relaxing days like this one. Which, while I'm talking about it, I have now moved on from lunch and I'm spending a little bit of time baking. We've introduced a household rule where we try not to buy treats to keep in the cupboard or fridge. If we want something sweet, then we either go and get it, or we make it, and I fancied making us a treat. I don't entirely know what I'm making, but they're made from corn flour, flour, sugar and honey. I guess they could be a type of cookie, but whatever they are absolutely delicious and perfect for just a little bit of sweetness without being too sweet. And then while I was baking, an IKEA delivery arrived. I am so glad that IKEA deliver small things now. I needed a second monitor stand for my computer because I've recently had an upgrade for my editing computer. And we also got a few other bits while I was ordering that. But talking about low mood again, it isn't always easy to get to the root cause of a low mood. And it does feel like it's an issue that can affect homemakers in a way that doesn't feel like others who don't do this type of thing can relate to very easily. It can be so easy for all of your efforts to go unnoticed, or that they just don't feel like a big deal to people who don't do it themselves. Sometimes I do let the pressure of wanting to do everything in the house myself get to me. Then add in a touch of monotony and forgetting that it's okay to stop and do something fun too, and suddenly I have the recipe for feeling a little bit low and demotivated. I absolutely love my life and the choices that I've made with my wife, but that doesn't mean I don't get a hefty dose of self-doubt from time to time about what I do. I definitely do have those moments where I wonder whether I've made the right choices or even if I'm capable of being a good homemaker. But I don't think I'm particularly unusual in having low mood episodes every now and then. Being the person who looks after the household can be challenging. It can be dull, monotonous, slow and isolating. It is never ending and there's always something that you haven't done yet. But there's also joy and fulfillment in it. And while there can be stress, it is a very different type of stress than I used to have when I worked as a manager. Life is slower, it's less unpredictable now, and that monotony and slower pace of life is something that I actually find hugely beneficial, and it's really enjoyable as a way of living. So what I'm doing to combat this is actually taking some inspiration from one of the comments I got on a recent video. You were so helpful in sharing your thoughts and talked about how you were taking August a little slower and focusing on trips and spending time with loved ones. And that really made me think that this is something I need to be doing too, especially for the next few weeks. That's what inspired me to have a slow, easy day today too. So thank you. It's important to remember that taking care of yourself as well as your home and family. So that's what I'm going to do. I was actually feeling pretty tired and accomplished by this point of the day and decided it was time for a cup of tea and spend some time planning. It's been a while since I sat down and did any proper planning, and I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow and I needed to make sure I knew what I needed. Because we are still cash stuffing and sticking to a budget, and a big part of that is just making sure that you have a very specific idea of what you need to buy and that you don't buy things you don't need. I've decided to make us a chicken curry with a huge serving of onion and cucumber salad. It is one of our treat meals to have, which is a little decadent to have on a normal weekday, but it is good to treat yourself from time to time. Guys, that is my day in the life done. I hope you enjoyed it. I did get quite a little bit done, even though it was a chill day, and it was just quite nice to have quite a slow, nice, relaxing day that was still a little bit productive. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, we have a lot of other videos very similar to it on the channel, from cleaning videos to other day in the life videos. So if you'd like to see a little bit more, then go and check those out. But right now I am going to go and eat my dinner with Blaze. And I hope you have a lovely day or evening or morning or whatever it is for you, and I will see you next time.